also want to use proportions in making use of information about rates. So, for example, suppose Jack sells oranges at a rate of $3 for 5. How much does he charge if we buy 17 oranges? The presence of the rate tells us that these quantities, the price and the number that we get, the presence of the rate tells us that the quantities are proportional. So to find out how much he charges for 17 oranges, well, I'm going to set up the rate of dollars per oranges. The first ratio I'm going to get from the stated rate, and then the second I'm going to get from what I want. The stated rate is $3 for 5 oranges. What I want is 17 oranges, and that's going to cost me D dollars. Dollars times oranges, the cross products are fine. So I'm going to cross multiply. My cross products are 3 times 17 and 5 times D. Let's see, we'll work out this multiplication. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So my D is the missing thing in a multiplication problem. To find it, I need to divide. My answer is going to be an amount of money, and we almost always give an amount of money as a decimal. So I'm going to divide 5 into 51, thinking decimal division, to the nearest hundredth. 5 goes into 5 once, with nothing left over. 5 goes into 1 no times. Decimal point in my answer goes above the decimal point in my dividend. 5 goes into 10 twice, with nothing left over. And we've just got that extra 0. I'm writing in that extra 0 because this is money, and we almost always write in that extra 0. So I get D is 10.20. So 17 oranges cost $10.20. I'm going to give you one of these to try as well. James is taking a multiple choice test with 40 questions. He finishes 3 questions every 8 minutes. How long will it take him to finish the whole test? Pause the video and try this now. Alright, so I'm going to set up my proportion. I'm going to use questions per minute. So my ratios will be questions per time. For my first ratio, I'm going to use the stated rate, and for my second, I'm going to use the whole test. So in the stated rate, we have 3 questions for every 8 minutes. The whole test, there are 40 questions and an unknown number of minutes. I'm going to call it T for time. Questions times minutes, minutes times questions. The units work out. Let's look at the cross products. 3 times T will equal 8 times 40. 8 times 4 is 32. So 8 times 40 is 320. So T is the missing thing in a multiplication problem. T is 320 divided by 3. 3 goes into 320. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 2 no times. 3 goes into 20 6 times. And I'm going to answer as a mixed number because I'm sick of dividing. It's 106 2/3. He will take 106 2/3 minutes.